My dear gentle friends, please press subscribe and also click the bell icon for getting regular notifications. Thank you. Hi my dear gentle friends, how are you all? How was your week? This is Gananadh Sankar and you're watching ESCOM Designers, a 360-degree communicative driving force. Let's get inside today's episode. Here we go. My dear gentle friends, I believe you all know that this is the continuation of last week's episode. In our last week's episode, we have discussed why English has become globally popular, and I said two reasons for you. And the first one is adaptability and the next it is flexibility. And in today's episode, let us see another two things which is very important for learning any language, not just English. For learning any language, we need these two things. And the two things are, the first one is need. Yes, the need of learning that language. And the second thing is interest. If you have these two things only, you can learn any language, not just English. And adopting these two things to international language, I mean global English language. Let us see. The first one, as I said, it is need. I believe there is no need of telling you about the need of learning English language, right? You all know the need of learning this global English language. That's why you're watching this video. And yes, the greater needs, yes, common needs to get a job, to study higher, to travel other countries, to grab the public attention. Like this, there are many other things, many more interesting needs that we really need to learn English language. So I don't want to discuss anything about the first thing to learn a language, that is need. So let's move to the next thing, and that is interest. Okay, so just knowing that this language has a need, greater need of learning, is that enough to learn that language? Absolutely no. The second thing is very, very important, and that is interest. So when you don't have interest, it's highly difficult for you, even you have the need of learning that particular language or any other thing. So it's all about interest. So you must have interest. Fine, how to get interest towards learning English language? There are many things, people say many things, and in this episode, by this episode, I'll tell you some interesting things about English. I believe that will tend you towards learning English language. So that will motivate you towards learning English language. Right, fine. Let us discuss in points. The very first thing, do you know there is a great scientist in English language? Don't exaggerate. I am not exaggerating. Yes, there is a scientist for English language, and we call him as father of English. Like for every invention, we call the father of that invention. Exactly. For English, we do have father of English. I believe you started guessing it right. Yes, he is none other than the great Shakespeare. And do you know why I called him a scientist or an inventor or a father of English language? Fine. It's because of one interesting fact. The thing about Shakespeare, he has introduced, he has invented nearly 17,000 new words in English. That's something really amazing, right? Yes, 17,000 words. And I would like to share few words which has invented. For example, like birthplace is invented by him. Blushing, nowadays we are using a lot. That is invented by him. Compromise, invented by him. Amazement, that is invented by him. So there are many other words, like 17,000 words, as I said, invented by Shakespeare. So that's why I called him scientist in English, or else father of English language. Fine. Do one thing, my dear gentle friends. Please do a small research, and in the comment section below, please comment some 5 to 10 new words invented by the great Shakespeare. Please do that one. Right, anyways. And let's move to the second thing. I call English as king of communicative languages. Right. I repeat, I call English as king of communicative languages. Why do I call so? There is a reason behind that. Right. See, for example, if you take Indian languages, and when you compare Indian languages with any other foreign languages, I very proudly say that our Indian languages are the most beautiful languages in this world. Take Sanskrit, we call it as Dev Bhasha, the language of God. How beautiful it is. Take Hindi, our national language, of course, which is derived from Sanskrit. Very sweet it is. Take Telugu, one of the popular South Indian languages, which is also called as Italian of East. Do you know why it is called so? Because of the honey sweet pronunciation in that language. Very sweet. And take Tamil, one of the strong languages in this world and oldest languages in this world. Such a beautiful language. Take Kannada. Of course, they call it as Kannada Kasturi. So I mean, Kasturi is a flower. So it is as beautiful as Kasturi. So Malayalam, beautiful. So Konkani, such a beautiful language. So take any other Indian languages, it is beautiful than English. There is no doubt in that. But still I call English as king of communicative languages. It's because of only one reason. The reason is so simple. The entire world has accepted English as an international language and the language of communication. And it is because of the ease the English language carries. Ease, I mean nothing but the comfort. In our last episode also we have discussed the magic of 26 alphabets. It has only 26 alphabets, but it has all the ease, all the comfort to speak. While you speak itself, you feel that positive thinking. While you pronounce the words in English or the sentences in English, the confidence what you get, you should really feel that only by pronouncing the sentences and words in English. Come on, let us start speaking. You'll get that confidence. So because of these reasons, I strongly believe that English is king of communicative languages. I believe you do agree. If you agree, give the likes. Thank you very much. And let's move to the next one. The next one is, see, there was a printing error in English language between, I believe, 1932 to 1940, a span of 8 years. And the print error, the word was DOD, D-O-O-D, you can Google it. And the interesting thing is, there was no word in English called as DOD, but simply the presence was there in English dictionary between 1932 and 1940. So later 1940s, someone came to know that this word is misprinted in English dictionary. So then, like that, there were many words. All of the sudden, removing those words doesn't give any sense for them. So then decided to announce these words as ghost words, because there is no use of such words and there was no existence of such words. So that they started calling these words as ghost words. So I have given an example of DOD. So DOD is actually, the actual meaning of the word DOD is nothing but density, but it was misprinted as dot. So what is that? It is density. So like that, there are many words which is called as ghost words, never existed in English language. So this is one more interesting things. Why I gave this example, it's just because of the adaptability and flexibility which I have mentioned in the last episode. Yes, it adopts everything. It is very, very flexible, whether it is right or wrong. Whatever you give to English language, it gives you back. So it is the gentle friend. So there is no doubt in that. So that's why you should get interest, because of that particular flexibility English language it has. And let's move to the next one. English is also called as the language of sky. What? Language of sky? We know language of Tamil, we know language of Andhra people, we know language of Indians, we know language of France, we know language of globe. What is this language of sky? The thing is very interesting actually. All the international pilots, they communicate only in English language. Whatever their mother tongues are, they communicate only in English. And that's why English is called as language of Sky. I believe this is something really interesting, right? So, sky is the end to learn English language. I believe this is the best interesting thing that tempts you towards learning English language. Come on, my dear gentle friends. Sky is the limit for our episodes, and sky is the limit for learning communication skills, English language. Fine. I'm not going to keep dot here. Let's keep comma. So let's continue this episode in the further days also. So time to say sign off. Finally, I'd like to give the quotation for you. Supporters to support you, which is very, very important for us. This is Gananadh Sankar signing off from East Communicative Design.